Hey everyone, Retire on Dividends here, back to make another update to my options trading journey. So, again, we'll start with the watch list. Again, this is the kind of the watch list that I trade options on for the most part. This is in order of preference. So lately, I have been trading options on TSLL, which is the 2X version of Tesla. It's a leverage fund. TNA, which is a 3X leverage version of the Russell Index. And then Misty, of course, which is a yield max fund, which trades options on MSTR. It actually has pretty good IV, 58% IV. And then Soxol, I haven't been trading lately, but I did add NVDX to the mix, which is a 2X leverage fund of NVIDIA, only because I wanted to trade across earnings. Look at that IV, man, 117%. So you can get nice premium if you do trade options across earnings. So that's all I'm really trading at the moment. These others are on standby, ready to go. But yeah, so that's my list. In case you guys were wondering, quick update on status of how much I'm trading versus how much I have in cash, etc. As of the close on Friday, yesterday, high yield ETFs is 36% of my account. Options is 28% and cash is 35%. So my account balance dropped a lot to $61,000 on the Friday. I think it was up to 65, 64. It dropped like 3 to 4K in one day. But, most people felt it. It is what it is. Market goes up and down. It's fine. I do have 21,000 in cash. However, a lot of that is on hold with puts. So I do have a lot of puts pending. So, don't get me wrong. That's not, that cash is in kind of use through pending puts. But these are the actual, the kind of the cost to close the puts at the moment. But again, this is kind of the money, a lot of the money fronted. I think I fronted, for example, $20,000 is what the collateral I currently have up on the current options, which is a lot. It's most of the cash. However, I do have margin. I was actually going to add margin. I completely forgot now that I think about it. A little part on the bottom for margin to show you my current margin balance. So I'll make sure to add that next time. Here. Add margin amount. There you go. How's that? Woohoo! All right. Anyway. So yeah, that's where I stand. And let's get to the fun part. So let's get to the options. Misty. So let's see. We can zoom in as far as we can without crunching too much. All right. So I had sold a put on Misty on January 24th with a 2/21 expiration. At the time, Misty had a $28 price. So I chose a strike price of 26. It was 7% out of the money at the time. Here we are. It ended 11% in the money. Because again, Misty, it would have got assigned anyway, but Misty tanked. Let's see what it was at the close here. 23.27. So it closed at 23.27, which is under my 26 strike. So I got assigned. All right. I got assigned. That means I had to buy 100 shares at $26. So $2,600 that I had pending in cash. That's now spent. I did collect $130 in premium for my troubles. So it's all good. And it lowered my cost basis. And then I had sold another put on Misty on January 27th. At the time, it was $27.50. I sold a put with a $25 strike price. It was 9% out of the money. At the time, it ended 7% in the money. I collected $105, but again, I got assigned on this one as well. So $25 for the cash now goes to the buyer, right? I'll buy your shares for $2,500. And here we are. Again, I got another 100 shares. So I got 200 shares of Misty on Friday alone, which is fine. I did want more Misty, but again, I'm hoping to get I want the price to be a little closer to my cost basis, and we'll go through that soon. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy. All All right, TNA. Let's see. From the prior week, I had a put that I sold, $39 strike price. This one actually was weird because if you look, yeah, I put expired worthless. It closed. TNA closed at 38.92. I didn't get assigned for whatever reason. I did not get assigned. Maybe because the after hours it went above. I didn't check the after hours, but either way, I don't care. I would have happy to take assignment, but I didn't get assigned. So 3,900. I got that cash back. So again, it expired worthless. So all good. Then I had a TSLL call, $22 strike price. As you know, TSLL was tanking too. It went down to 18.11. So where's my call? There it is, 22. This expired worthless, so I get my shares back. All right, TSLL, I sold a put, $18 put. It did close above 18, so that one expired worthless. However, I had a 19 as well. That one did not expire worthless. That one got assigned. So I bought 1,900 shares. I'm sorry, 100 shares at $19 for 1,900. All right, now we're into the new week. So what did I start doing this week? Well, TNA, I sold a call on TNA. I used a $45 strike price. At the time, it was only 2.2% out of the money. It ended 15% out of the money. So obviously, I could have gone more aggressive, but it's fine. I didn't. I collected $53, and again, that expired worthless. So I get the shares back, or I keep the shares, I should say, and I can sell calls again next week. TSLL, I sold a call, $21.50 strike price. At the time, it was only 5% out of the money. It ended up 18% out of the money. I collected $42 in the end, 173% annualized yield. I guess I got to start referencing that as well. But this one expired worthless. So again, I could sell calls on those shares again if I do have the opportunity. Now here's a bunch that expire next week. Remember all that money that I have pending on hold? These are actually, let's see. If I highlight the fronted money, what is that total? Oops. Yeah, see the sum on the bottom left? So $20,000 is on hold from selling puts. So again, that's most of my cash. So I did mention last week I'm gonna go a little crazier, right? I'm gonna spend a little more money, and here I am. All right. Of course, I didn't know the market was gonna tank Friday. I would have waited to do all my puts, but anyway, whatever. TSLL, I sold a put, $18 strike price. At the time, it was 11% out of the money. It now sits at 0.6% out of the money. I collected $45 for that, and that was a 91% annualized yield. NVDX, I sold a put for $11. At the time, 19% out of the money. It sits 13% out of the money, so that one's still safe. But again, that's across earnings, so anything can happen. I collected $32 in premium for that, and that was an annualized yield of 117%. All right, let's continue. TNA, I sold a put, $41 strike price. At the time, 5.68% out of the money. That's now 5% in the money. So again, that's in danger of assignment. So I may have to buy those shares next week, but we'll see if the market recovers. I collected $51 in premium, and that's a 50% annualized yield. Moving on. TSLL, I sold a put for $17. At the time, it was 14% out of the money. It's now 6% out of the money. I collected $25, and that's a 67% annualized yield. TNA, I sold another put. Again, at the time, 5% out of the money. It's now 2.77% in the money. I collected $57, which was an annualized yield of 65%. TSLL, I sold another put. This one I got, this was my degenerate play of the week. It was a $19 strike when it was selling at 1968. It was only 3% out of the money, but now this is 4.9% in the money. It paid me $74, which was a 203% annualized yield. So again, each week I'll throw in a degen play, but again, Friday kind of destroyed everything on that. TSLL, I sold another put on Friday, right? Friday was 221. It tanked. Market tanked. Yeah, the other TSLL put, by the way, that was Friday, but in the morning. It was before this disaster. All right. Now, after the disaster, TSLL was at 17.94. I sold a put for 16, 10% out of the money. It ended 11% out of the money, so that's good. $32. I collected. That's a 104% annualized yield. TNA, I had to sell another put, man, after it was tanking. So when it was at $39, I sold a put for 38. It was 3% out of the money at the time. Now it's 2.36% out of the money. That paid me $91. And it's an annualized yield of 124%. So that's pretty good for TNA. So that's all my trades for the week. I did a lot of trades, more than I did last week for sure. But yeah, I made decent money. Not fantastic money, but pretty good. If I scroll down, I could show you my month-to-date numbers. For the month of February, I am at 1,312. The good part about that is my mortgage that comes out of this account is $1,300. So that's covered now from options alone. As you know, in this same account, I have high yield funds as well. So they also pay me money on top. So hopefully, I do have one more week for the month of February. So all of that money can obviously be reinvested. Since $1,300 goes to the mortgage, this money is pretty much a wash. All the money I make next week, that's going to go back into the account. That's going to be reused, reinvested, and hopefully make even more money. So again, I'm satisfied with the numbers so far. I'm not really satisfied with how the market is headed, but I'm trusting there will be a slight recovery, maybe a big recovery on Monday. Okay, now the fun stuff. Now I have 300 shares of TSLL. Because again, I had originally got assigned 22, 21, 19, right? So my cost basis for those three is $20.67. TSLL is at $18.11. So what's going to happen? Well, TSLL, it could go up on Monday. It could go to 19. Then I could sell calls at 21, probably make some decent money. Or TSLL could go down, and then I have to make a decision. Do I want to sell even more puts, right? Because then I'll be probably dipping into the margin. So when you dip into the margin, you definitely got to play it a little safer. But again, my hope is a Green Monday for sure. I'm not going to say I'm desperate, but it'll definitely help me. Put party, I got a lot going on for next Friday. I got a 16, a 17, an 18, and a 19 for TSLL. All of these will obviously lower my cost basis because they are under my cost basis of $20.67. So I look forward to that. But, we'll see how it all plays out. But right now I got 300 shares. So if Tesla goes green, great. I can sell calls. If Tesla goes red, fine. I'll debate on selling puts. But as you know, I scatter my puts. I won't sell the same strike on the same week. So if it drops, how far is it going to drop, right? If it drops to, say, 19, I'm not going to sell anything for this week. I'm sorry. It's at 18, duh. If it drops to, say, 17, okay, maybe I could sell a 15, right, for this week. But if it stays, like, flat, then I'm probably not going to do anything, to be honest. I'm just going to let it play out. But again, we'll see what happens. I do want to, of course, make income. And the income this week, it may be from NVDX. Again, I do have one put that's pending, $11 put. NVDX is $12.65. Next earnings is Wednesday. So I do have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to make a trade. But we'll see how greedy I am or how brave I am. Because I do have a lot of money in TNA and TSLL at the moment, so I have to consider that. But again, this is a good one if you want some nice IV, some nice premium. If you're bullish on NVIDIA, on their earnings, then you can sell puts. If you're not, then stay away, Me, I don't know. I just don't know. I play the IV, all right? Whatever happens, happens. So obviously my $11 put, it was way out of the money. When I did it, it's still out of the money, so I feel pretty good about it. But again, we'll see how the market opens on Monday. It's a big thing, so it's a big factor here. Okay, TNA, I still have 100 shares. Again, I did not get assigned that 39, but I would have gladly taken it. But since I didn't, I still have 100 shares. Overall cost basis for those 100 is 41.50. Unfortunately, TNA is at 38.92. That's pretty low for them lately. So can I sell a call at 41.50 at this price? I don't know if it's going to be worth it, but I could look into it. I could go 2 weeks out. It depends. We'll see. Put party, yeah, man. Man, I got a lot of puts. I got a 38, I got a 40, and I got a 41. The 40 and the 41 are freaking in the money for sure. And the 38, that's in danger as well. But we'll see what happens, man. I could be a bag holder on TNA. I could be a bag holder in TSLL. I could be a bag holder in everything. And I could be playing from behind. But we'll see, man. We saw what happened last time. Tariff news came out. The market tanked on Friday, recovery on Monday. I'm kind of hoping the same, but maybe we'll get the reverse. Who the hell knows? Soxel, I got nothing going on. They're at 28.81 if you care. Misty, as you know, I got a sign. Now I have 400 shares. I had the 33, I have the 27, the 26, and the 25. What's my cost basis? 27.75. Misty's at 23.27. So I really need some type of recovery here so I can do options on Misty. I can't sell calls at $28 when it's at $23.27. However, what I can do is sell individual strike splits, right? So I'll split it up. I'll throw the 25 there, and I can sell a call at 25 if I need to. So again, I will consider that because Misty's an options play. It's not a buy and hold. It's an options play. Believe me, it's great to own 400 shares. It's going to be great to get a dividend with 400 shares. But I'm not here for the dividend. I'm here for the options. The dividend is just a big bonus. That's the beauty of trading Misty. So I will trade and, knowing that I could get a sign before ex-dividend date because I don't give a crap if they get a sign. They're just part of the options play. So this here, obviously I can delete these. Usually I do, but I forgot. So what I do here is obviously I just update the new date and then the formula carries over. 28, 25, there you go. And then these two can go. Just clear them out. So I don't have any pending puts on MSTY because, to be honest, I'm going to give this time to recover. And if it doesn't, then I'll have to see how the others go. And then if the others continue to tank as well, then I'll be in trouble. Not going to lie, I will be in trouble. It's all good, though. We'll figure it out. MSTU, I haven't touched since the end of the year. So let's get to the income. So for this week, I made $502. I did put up 26,433. So that's a yield for the week of 1.9%. If I annualize that, sucker, that's a 98% annualized yield. If you annualize the income, that's $26,000 a year. Obviously not retire worthy, but again, it is what it is. We're playing it safe. And we're still getting our asses kicked in a way, right? Only because you saw, the market doesn't usually drop like that. That's really unusual. But it did. So guess what? We're going to play it out, see how it goes. We can't get worried. You can't run away. You got to use it, right? Since it dropped on Friday, I sold puts right away. I don't care if I use my margin. That's why it's there. So I haven't touched it, like I said, but I'm about to dip into it next week. So if Monday's red, I'm going to be dipping into margin. And again, I got to be careful, but it's okay. It's there to be used, okay? If I pay interest, I don't care. But again, the plan is it's there it's like emergency margin for this account. And it is what it is. Again, we'll see. Next week's going to be interesting for sure. So stay tuned for that update. And then we'll get to here we go, the last tab, the hypothetical tab. So again, how much do I need? What would be nice? 300K, right? 300,000. What the heck? I do not want to ask Siri. I hope that didn't screw up my recording. All right. So if I make 300,000 a year, then my monthly income will be 25,000. That should cover the bills, right? Weekly income 5,769. Well, that's nice. Okay. So based on my actual return, I need $674,000. All right, $674,000. I don't have that kind of money. So unfortunately, no, I'm not retiring anytime soon. However, the hypothetical is my average return on investment, which I think is current. You always got to check, though. You never know with my freaking formulas. You scroll up here. This is the average annualized yield. It pulls up to 351. Yep. So it is correct. So my average annualized yield is 229%. If we assume that's possible and I use all the capital, all I need is 130,000 in capital to make 300K. Of course, that's not realistic. I understand, but we're just having fun. Okay? We're just having fun. But again, this is just the power of options, because you can see, it's not that hard to make such a high annualized yield. But at the same time, like, what's the risk? Well, you see what's happening, right? I'm selling puts. I'm getting a sign left and right on the Friday because all my expiration dates expired on the Friday. In fact, I could have closed out some of those contracts early, and I didn't. You know what I mean? It bit me in the ass, kind of, because I get a little cocky. I'm like, I don't know. I let it ride. I don't want to pay a dime. But again, the reason you would buy to close them out and keep, say, 90% profit instead of 100 is just that reason. The market could tank like that at any point in time. So again, another lesson learned from me, that maybe you should close out the trades a little earlier, just to protect yourself. And now, and avoid all of this random assignment. So, but hey, I always say I welcome assignment only because I love selling calls. I love playing both sides. I love playing the put side. So if market goes down Monday, I'll sell puts. Market goes up Monday, I'll sell calls. I love having both options. And I love not caring the direction of both options. Again, it happened a little drastically, so I would have rather a slight dip versus that massive dip. But it is what it is. This is the game we play. And I'm having fun with it. Hopefully you guys are too. Hopefully you guys are learning from watching. I don't know if you are. I don't know if this is actually a learning video. It's more just my updates. But if there are any, you know what I'll do? Questions. Should I put questions on here? I don't know. Let's see how it goes. If you guys have questions, as it relates to options or my content, maybe I'll answer them in the next options video. How's that sound? So in the comments down below, put any questions you may have, and I'll answer them. How's that sound? I'll copy and paste them, and I'll answer them on the next video. Does that work? I think that's good, right? I'll put it right by the options tab so I know. Right between the two. All right? Yeah, let's do that. There you go. New idea. So, again, put down in the comments if you have any questions related to my options trading journey, and I will answer them on the next video. Outside of that, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, I'll try again next week. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. And of course, as always, thank you for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. I'm having fun trading options. This is my favorite video to do, to be honest. I wish it was the most popular one, but it's not. People love Yield Max, and I get it. All good, man. All good. So, yeah, I'm going to end it there because, yeah, I'm a little late on this video, to be honest. I took a nap because I got no sleep last night. I finally, got that damn nap in, and I'm recovered. So I made this video. I got to work on another video too, the dry series, as you know. Hopefully I get that done today. But we'll see, a little challenging with family. Busy weekend. Anyway, I'm out of here. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will talk to you later.